myself, Jitendra Dubey. I have 10 years of experience about the Pythons, data analytics, and machine learning and computer vision. And I have worked in the various other web application development and all kind of. And so today sessions is very interesting about a time because of the people like think they just want to move on to a place where the market is going to move. People are just want to grow. So one of the area you can actually think over it and do something more and more because as per the some source of the they said about the next 10 to 50 years they hugely work on data analytics and the machine learning and in other various jobs. But basically in this field for the Python, data analytics, machine learning, and all those things, and the computer vision side, NLP and all. Basic building blocks for those things we will cover for the Pythons and the data analytics and bit of the machine learning. So for the tomorrow sessions that will be continued for tomorrow the 10 to 11 a.m. morning. That session more into the machine learning and the Power BI kind of. But now the session, only the focus about the part of how we have to get some information about the data analytics and what are the things we can use on the data analytics and the Pythons and some of the part of the machine learning. So because the field is the Python and machine learning towards to machine learning are in between of the data analysis. Why it is good? Because of every person, and in every industries they demanded such a they required a lot of the things into the data analysis and machine learning things. I give you some examples. So previously we know that the thing like they are only the IT people who work in IT industries. Most of things that is the common and the very old time. Like if you see in the last 10 years back or 15 years back, they are just some other industries like manufacturing, there are other industries, healthcare, and there are people in more, they outsource of entire IT source to some of the companies, whatever the IT companies there to work on those kind of works. But now the slowly the people are moving around. They have to, because it's why these regions came actually. The reason is because of the Python. It's a language which you can easily to learn with if you don't have such a background about it, if you don't have a much mathematics and statistics and some different kinds of backgrounds, and some of the like someone says like, sir, don't have any experience. I'm just BCom graduates and BSc kind of graduates. I don't have such a computer science background, but will I continue to the data analytics and the machine learning part and some other machine learning parts? So definitely, I would recommend to everyone that doesn't matter about the any mathematics is required, any statistics required, any kind of the degree which you need to hold. That is the required to the learn the machine. No, that's all not required. So that only the required is to your work and your hard work and your hard work. So आज के सेशन में हम बेसिकली ये सारे पॉइंट पे कवर करेंगे एंड आल्सो वी हैव कवर कि क्या क्या चीज पढ़नी चाहिए एंड लास्ट में वी आर आल्सो टेकिंग द 5 to 10 minutes of Q&A sessions once our slice is over. So anyone, like if you have any problem, have any doubts, so yeah, definitely you can ask me and you can just reach out to Prashant sir and Sanjay sir. And yeah, I have also share my email ID. You can reach out to me if you have any questions. So before I'm going to continue, one last thing, like because this sessions is basically for the towards a goal of Pythons to machine learning, Python with the data analytics and machine learning. So there is a route their root is a Python language. So try to understand, because it's a Python, it's a platform, it's a entity, is a language which you need to know actually before you start any kind of work like analysis, any kind of work like machine learning, any kind of the deep learning, any kind of the computer vision, auto, like AI, that is all part of the AI. But yeah, that is the more in the machine learning parts. So because if I'm background from some other, if I'm background some other, no problem. You can continue and you can work on a Python data analytics. Definitely, you would be a time. The time will come um, that you can reach out. You can reach out whatever you will have you set in the future. So yes, so I'll continue. I'll move in for the next slide. Uh, so yeah, Aman, yes, because I'm continuing to my sessions, Aman. You have like once I complete the slides, then definitely you can ask me such a questions, whatever you question you have in mind. Yeah, man, I think so. Okay, yeah. Uh, yeah, I'll continue to the next slide. Yeah. So the so this is the next slides about the Python and the data analytics and MLs. So I'm the instructor. My name is Jiten Dubey. I have already introduced. So I'm moving the some other part. So yeah, this is the tutorials agendas, tutorials content which are going to cover today. So basically, I'll give you some overview. आज का जो पूरा सेशन रहेगा उसमें तो अपन most of the cheese, most of the libraries of the Pythons, what we use for the data analytics things, because data analytics is actually the combination of the libraries to need to know to get that to achieve your goals. So that's why we can cover on all those libraries and bit of also I'll share some information about the machine learning. So if you will be with me for the long, like on the whole session, definitely I can share you, tell you, you can get it lot here. So yeah, so overview we already covers, because in overview generally हम सारे चीजों को लेने वाले हैं कि क्या क्या कैसे करेंगे, तो we can reach out to the data analytics and machine learning part. And the second agenda would be more into the analytic, like data mangling, data wrangling, data kind of data engineering selections kind of things. That is basics, ML kind of, that machine learning kind of things we are also going to cover, because this is the complete agenda. The third point is the plotting data, because we everyone knows about, like enough in the time people like to know anything about the visualization forms. They have a data, because at a time there are tons of the data is generated in the minutes, hours, daily wise. Because data is actually we can say that is our actual we can say that is the actual content at a time, because without data we can't do anything. And the whole AI stuff, if you wanted to know, because AI is only for the data. If there is no data, there is no such AI. Because without the data, we could not do anything about it, any kind of machine learning, any kind of uh, data analytics, any types of other things like that. So yeah, so we are also going to cover to plotting the data, and there's some other part, because that is the descriptive statistics and the inferential statistics. Because without the statistics, we can't achieve our goal, because statistics is such a very important thing to know, uh, to know, to know. Yeah, just I got a comment from someone. Okay, yeah, sure, Manik. Uh, so yeah, so this would be a so yeah, this would be also we are going to cover, because inferential statistics, that is the main backbone of the any kind of statistics. Because I'll just come to all the agendas of what descriptive statistics, because once we going to cover, so definitely I would give the differences between the descriptive statistics and the inferential statistics. So if you have some of the guys to they want to understand Hindi and English, both are the language. I can continue Hindi and English both. Now, because someone said like I want in everything entire content would be on English. Yes, definitely I'll cover. But someone if you have some problems to understand more about in Hindi and some other kind, definitely they raise your they just ping me. They just put a message on a chat. So, sir, can you speak something about in the Hindi also? So I can speak in Hindi also. But if you have a guy okay with everyone, if you have any problems related to the English communication, because I understand that some of the people they have some problems to understand the point-wise things, because if they have a doubt about in language, in the English language, they definitely ping me on a chat. Definitely, I will speak in Hindi, no problems. Uh, uh, Someone says like there is a background noise. Yeah, my fan is actually going. Just a minute, I'll stop it so you don't have any problems. Uh, yeah. So yes, internet connection is proper. Somehow there are some issues. So yeah, that that is done actually, because I think so is good for the internet. Not I'm not face actually not getting any issues related to internet. Yeah. So so yeah, thank you. And yeah, so I just move on the next slice. The next slice is the agenda of the libraries of the data science, because everyone had about the data science. Uh, I have got the lot of the calls. The Python library for the data science. So data science, data science, data science. What is the data science? I'll tell you the one thing about the data science, but because why I'm doing. Okay, there are something happened, but I'll try it. There is no echo in my in the sessions. I'll try. I take a microphone in very near to my mouth, and then I think so. Maybe that issue will be resolved for the sound noise and some other things. Okay. So for the because data analytics and the because I tell you one single words about the data science. Data science is just like is the package of all this combination of the things. But we are very oriented to work like in the day Pythons and data analytics and ML. All this is all the things will actually the part of data science. That is the part of data science. But if you know more in data science, I will take some other session. I will brief you about the how the data science and what are the field, what are the actually libraries and what kind of things which is required to learn to if you are actually more into like in a data scientist if you want to interested to work in data scientist role. So data scientist that role as a different I can cover this point on some other sessions. So, but here is agenda to more towards Python, data analysis, and ML. So yeah, so so if you once you're going to start about the tools regarding the what the types of tools we can use, what are the library we have a use to know the for understanding the data analytics. Yes, this some of the tools is very popular to know it actually, because without this that is not possible to do the some data analytics roles. So here I'm also including the some of the tools and libraries related to the Pythons, because Python to as know because that is a base and core part. That part someone said like you can use Hindi or English both language. Okay, no problem. Yeah, Praveen. So जब भी हम बोलते कि like some कि Python, because Python के through ही data analysis आप जा सकते हो. तो Python is a core part, because basic Python everyone knows about Python. There is a there huge part of huge the area which is going to cover. There are only one area which are going to cover here. because Python through you can do the web application, Python through you can do the data analytics, Python through you can do the machine learning, Python through you can do the mobile application, Python through you can do the other Android application. So all of the things you can cover, because desktop application kind of very rare people. There's some of the people doing not doing it, but yeah, but there are people more into towards reach their web application side. They are not interested in the much in the Python desktop side. But such a library is available. You can do some desktop application. You can build some applications. But my agenda is something. One of the stream is the Python's data analytics and the ML side. So there is a route of the path which is very demanded in the market. So, so yes, so for the Python, so definitely I'll just give you some overview about the brief of the Pythons, because Python, as you know, there is some generic term of there is general purpose programming language. There is very hot topics on the today, entire the words. There are everything there are, because in the some like 5 to 6 years back, if you go to the back to your 5 to 6 year back, there is a lot of the other languages like Java and other kind of thing very popular. But nowadays, for the only the data science roles, for the data science demanding, the Python it in on a boom step. So, so Pythons. So basically, in a Python, you whatever you have a beginner. So first you have to learn the Pythons. Because I recommend to everyone people to just understand the Python. In Python, I give you some data structure part. I tell some like, because in a Python, you to know, you first just understand what is the Python versions are there. The Python 2 and Python 2 is there, Python 3 is there, because Python 2 is deprecated in the 2020s. But yes, that is available still last years. But now is the everything is moved on the Python 3, because Python 3 is there is heavily using the machine learning and other side. But there are a lot of the bugs and all. They have a change from 2 to 3. So yeah, so definitely if you start a Python, so definitely you can start with the version of Python 6 towards Python 6 as a most stable version at a side, but 3.9 something is the latest on the market. But yeah, sure. But that is not matter. But that matter is the first you understand the Pythons, and then after, because in the Python there are some other editors kind of people as more in use, like if you use the Python. So I'll recommend to all the my students and all the peoples and my team colleagues and all, you just refer to use on the PyCharms. PyCharm use on community versions. Basically for the core Python, there are a lot of the things over there. Their debugging feature that is very, very useful, very useful. I know there are spiders there, and because it's the built-in in Anaconda distributions, so you can use the that spider. But yeah, but whatever the features there in the PyCharm, that is there in the spider. But PyCharm is community version is totally free. There is no any charges, no any things. You can install on a machine, you can start doing Python right away. So yes, and so I'll move slightly more in the Python. If you understand the what Pythons, what are the versions on the Pythons, what is editor you have chosen, and then after you have to move the data structure part of the Pythons. That is actually required. That is required to understand the core concept of a Python. Because core concept without we can't do anything. Because every building they have some base. So without the base, you can't make a buildings. Every base, without the base, you cannot make the right futures. That is the true words. Without the hard work, someone say like, I don't, because I'm not doing the lot of the hard works and I'll reach there. No, not a possible. Anyone, because if you take example of the recent, the CEO of the person who's named the Parag Agrawal, you can see the examples. He is 10 years working as in the particular technical head. So now he reached on that position too. Because we heard about the designation, but we are not seeing actually what the hard works is required to reach on that positions. So that is the matter. So here you try to know what are the data structure in a Python. There are the numbers, the strings, list, tuple, dictionary, set, Trojan set, and other is like various of things. So first try to understand what the data structure is there. Definitely. Then after then you move to be some other things like what is the conditional statements, what are the loop statement will be performed, and what are the functions, and what are the date times, what are the modules, or what are the packages is there. So basic things you have to have. Then after, definitely the operator is also required, because without operator we can't perform such a mathematically things, technical things, random operations, and many more. Then after definitely you can move on the, if you, because if you know the basic core part of this thing, you can definitely move for the advanced things, like just like a class, how the object oriented programming works, what are the private variables, what are the private methods, what are the functions, what is the difference between them. And then after, definitely if you cover all the object oriented programming language in the Python, because there is the available in the Python, so definitely you can move some slightly more of the towards on the advanced things, like how the regex operation will be performed, because regex is one of the very important things about the data merging, data cleaning, data wrangling. That is very important stuff they're required to use on the regex. And you can say slightly you can move the multi-threading part, but multi-threading is at the very interesting topics, very interesting topic, because I work in the industry, so definitely I know people is not want to work on the only the one sitting on the people sitting on the front of like on the machines, they're doing only one task. No, they want to do something on the parallel things. They want to do some the processing, multi-processing. They are multi-threading. The multi-threading comes into the processing, and the processing come into multi-processings. And then are many more things. There are many more things there in the Python. Sorry. Yeah. So then after slightly you can move some database things, because Python is default database is the SQLite. You can leverage all the basics information of the SQLs. Definitely you can start with the CRUD operations, start with all the basic types of DDL, DML, DCL, TCL. Those all basic, you know. Try to understand what is the constraint, what are the types are there, and how many constraints are there, and what are the CRUD operation is there, and how the joins will be performs. So basic, try to understand, try to know, because if you use the MySQL, so try to make it some procedures, try to make it some views, so try to just cover, because basic you have to cover in the Pythons, in SQL. Then definitely you move from some other functions there in the Pythons, like decorator function, generators, iterators, iter tools. And definitely one of the very important things I'll missed out to IPOs, that is exception handlings. Because any language you are going to know, that is the very important part, the exception handling. And the one last things, actually, there are some people are covers, there are some people they're not cover actually. But that is the unit testing part. The unit testing part is also very demanding things actually, but we are taking as a low priority most of the times, but that is very interesting, and that is very useful things actually. If I use some different type of PyTest and on, there are many more libraries that are in a Python we can do a lot of things regarding the unit testings. So this is the agenda of the Pythons. Then after, we can start with the many popular Python libraries such as pandas, such as NumPy, and the matplotlib. There is in the down is the matplotlib, the Seaborn, and matplotlib and Seaborn. These are both are very like we can say there is very powerful visualization libraries. But matplotlib, I recommend to every my students and every people to start with the matplotlib. Then after you can move on the Seaborns. Yes, and because other like pandas is everything, because I'm going to cover all the pandas. Pandas and NumPy, pandas is actually a lot of the use on the data analytics things, because without the pandas, because we need to read the data on the in memories and SQL database and many more places. So that is very helpful. The library is very powerful library on the pandas. And other than the NumPy is actually the dimensions manipulations, data manipulations, and dimension arrays and the operations and dimensions array operations. Those kind of operations basically we use a lot. And scikit-learn and statistics, because statistics because if you build any informative information regarding the data analytics or ML, so definitely you should know about how the statistics works, what is the descriptive statistics, what is the inferential statistics. Those are very important role play during data. Once we have a data set and we are just going to do some kind of any programs or any models you are doing, you are going to build up. That time is very helpful, this particular statistics part. And scikit-learn, that is one of the best library of the day, because Google has developed the scikit-learn. Basically they meant for a machine learning. So yeah, definitely any of the, there are other ML libraries, but this is the one of the best. There is a lot and vast of the things is there. Scikit-learn is provide each and every kind of things. Okay, so yeah, one last topic, just one point I just miss out regarding the Power BI. Power BI and the Tableau, there are two things in boom in the market. Qlip, there is also, Looper is also, but people are more into things over Power BI and the Tableau. Bit of the Tableau is for the if you are a single users, so that time Power BI is best for actually the who are the people who can start working on the visualization libraries. But Tableau is bit of the costier. So I recommend to everyone, you can have a look the first in the Power BI things, because we are already taking on the our data analytics part for the Power BI. We are already included. We are already included such a part of NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, statistics, and the Power BIs and Python. Those are already things we are going to cover. And we are also inducting a lot of the test and they give some mock interview questions. They are already provide that. So yeah, so those are all the things we need to install by using. There are two virtual environments there in the Pythons. First is pip, and the second is a Conda environment variables. Though any of the environment variable you can choose it. That is the good for the, because those are all the environment. Those have each and every type of libraries there in their repository. So basically, you can start with the pip. Yeah, so I'll slightly move from the some of the more part in like NumPy. So this is the actual. I can say this is, if you are in a Python, you do the data analytics, you do the machine learning, you do computer vision, you do any kind of automations, autopilot things. There is the one of the library which help you everywhere. Everywhere. That is the name of the NumPy. Because I tell you one small things about it. Like you had a MATLAB. That MATLAB is in the before people are using a lot in the MATLABs. But once once came the NumPy. NumPy is just, everyone is going down actually once the NumPy came. So NumPy, I can say this is the best tool, best libraries for the matrix manipulations, because we know we have the data in the different form of, might be you heard about the people of tensors, because tensors, that is some different things. One day I'll take a session about the deep learning. I'll cover up that part. But yeah, it's kind of dimensions I'm talking about, not going to tensors. That is the different things. In a NumPy, we can take example as a NumPy and the n dimension, n dimensions array. If you talk about the n dimension array, there is 1 dimension, 2 dimension, 3 dimension, 4 dimension, 5th dimension, and the hands-on n dimensions. So if you want to perform your matrices in the different kind of dimensions, definitely the NumPy is one of the library which helps you the lot to do in minutes of the time, because it's already uses a lot inside the because Python, NumPy basically internally they use some C and C++ compile code. That's why very faster to give all those results. Yes, that is the one of the because we can do a lot because we can use slicing, indexing, and we can say the broadcasting and some matrix manipulations and dimension matrix manipulations. If you want to do some kind of other dimension manipulations, operators, and kind of those things, each and everything you can perform by the NumPy. Yeah, plus definitely there is some linear algebra. Might you heard about the the linear algebra, a lot of the things we also cover here in the NumPy. So yeah, so this is the actual link about the NumPy. If you wanted to know some of the part of the NumPy, definitely you can click on this link and you just uh, let it be. Just check it out how the NumPy and what are the operation they are performing actually. And there are a lot of the methods and lot of the enlist methods. We are not going to cover here to entire the list of the NumPy methods. But yeah, definitely, if you enroll with your data analysis path, we definitely cover most of the things. We are just taking those methods that helps to your understand the data analysis. Yeah, definitely we are going to cover. We are already covered. Your already classes is going on. So we are already covered. So yeah, because at a time I cannot express each and every method's name because there is a lot more actually. So this is very helpful. This is very matrix manipulations because everything is like if you do any kind of model buildings that is there in the NumPy. So I'll definitely cover some of the sessions in the ML. In the ML only dedicated to the ML. Yeah, definitely I'll cover a lot. So yeah, I'm moving from the other slide. That is the one of the that is the one of the best of the library for the analysis. That is the name is called Pandas. Pandas is like because it's like a lot to help actually, just like Excel. We are anything you want to have a tabular data, so you just open the Excel sheet, you manipulate it, and all this heading. There are headers there are columns there, and there are a lot of the data is there. You can open it and you can do the all the operations. The same likewise, you can do each and every things. You can each and every type of the extension you can use in the pandas. If you want to use any CSV files, TXT files, TSV files, JSON file, XML type of files, and other different kind of files. If you want to upload it and you read it, perform the operation, manipulate it, definitely there's a pandas. You can do it. Because in R we also because pandas there are two main concepts. I'll cover in the next slide. And yeah, this is the other kind of the tools because other topic is already there. There is a resetting, how the merging will perform, what are the sortings, aggregation will perform, how the slicing and indexing will be performed. Yeah, but one of the best thing is the date allow the handling the missing data. That is the very core concept which everywhere we have used in the even we have a use in machine learning or some other kind of inside some other kind of machine learning libraries. We can say like deep learnings, computer vision, reinforcement learning, self-supervised learning, and any other kind of things. That is the any kind of data you can handle it. There are Python one of the base options you can choose is you can remove the this particular missing type of data. So I'll cover more in pandas in the next slides. So I'll moving on the next is the scikit-learn. Scikit-learn is basically the library. Basically is the library for the machine learnings to develop the models, to develop the ensemble modelings, feature engineerings, data cleaning, and some of the library they have provided to the image processing, their scikit image they have to call. So they are actually associated with the scikit-learn. So basically, and you can also perform the different kind of algorithm like classification algorithm, regression algorithms. Classification and regression, there are two main points. They have a supervised thing actually, and the unsupervised thing you can also perform just like a clustering. There are many more k-mean, hierarchicals, and fuzzy wuzzy, and there are many kind of the clustering they have. Those all the models. Then all those things we are going to cover in the scikit. And other part because once you understand how the model building, so definitely you should know how they build on the base because base thing is important. Without base thing, pandas, NumPy, statistics, and matplotlib. This is actually a thing which you need to know before going to the scikit-learn. So you want to do any machine learning, so basically those are things which need to know. One of the pandas, how the NumPy perform, how the matrix manipulation is performed, and how the statistics work, what is the differentials and what the inferential statistics, and what are the things in cover in the inferential, and what are the things are covered in statistics. Yeah, definitely we are covering particular ML classes. This is the yeah, link. If you want to go through, you can check it out by the scikit-learn hyphen. scikit-learn.org. And the next session would be a more kind of the matplotlib. Matplotlib basically for which we can say for the plottings. If you want to plot one dimensions, two dimension, different kind of, so those kind of plotting you can perform by the matplotlib. And the matplotlib you can use the lot of the things like if you want to use histogram, bar chart, and pie chart, scatter chart, line chart, and the subplottings, and like there are features, there are different types of variations like color, access, legends, title saving, and different kinds of shaping, different kinds of different variations. So yeah, definitely those all things you just cover in this matplotlib sessions. Yeah, and if you want to more cover, you can go this particular link and you just brief about, just you check it out, what's the thing they are going to cover in the matplotlib. And then after that, there are one of the very important concept about the Power BI, because if you are very much interested about the data analytics, because data is like a core concept of that actually. So Power BI for that is help a lot, because without the Power BI we can't do anything. We can't do anything. We can say like if you have your managers and your senior, you are in the, like some other people's and the CEO, CTO, like you cannot go and say this is my code. So and you can see this is the performing, this is getting the data, and I'm pulling the data and giving such a kind of analysis and do this data in the particular form of like chart and kind of other things. Yes, but if you are more in the data analytics things, so understand the Power BI, because Power BI is help a lot, and the Power BI also cover the each and everything. If you want to use the desktop services and kind of mobiles, there are many variations. There are different sources, and the different like you can connect with the SQLs, Oracles. If you want to scrap if you have a URLs of any of the kind of websites, any kind of things in different kinds of sources, you can connect, you can change it, you can build your different kinds of charts, different kinds of all the types of donut chart, bar chart, and all kind of things you can perform, and definitely that helps a lot. So we are we are the course of the data analysis. We have covered a lot for all the topics we are going to cover. Whomsoever is raising hand, I'll request you to just give us some more minutes. I'll take everyone's doubts, and I'll explain you if you have any doubts. So yeah, after the Power BI, I'll move for another kind of things like Seaborn, one other library. But basically, if you know the Matplotlib, then you can move on the Seaborns, because Seaborn is bit of the complex logics and complex way to written actually. So I'll recommend to everyone, if you start the thing, if you want to start doing any kind of visualization things using the Python code. So yeah, first you have to start with your Matplotlib, then later you can start with the Seaborn. Seaborn is doing the same thing. There are some more attractive analysis and statically graphics and 2D, 3D, and different form of chart. We can actually cover on the all Seaborns also on the data analysis part. And then now one of the tools, one of the we can say like without the Jupyter notebook, might be some of the people heard about the Jupyter notebook. There are Jupyter notebook help a lot actually, because Jupyter, I'll tomorrow I'll give us some overviews regarding the Jupyter notebooks and machine learning. I'll do some programs, and I'll do something kind of the small chunks of the programs to write the how they read the data from the pandas, how the matrix manipulation will be performed. Those things, a bit of the things I'll cover it on from the tomorrow sessions. So yeah, so then because this bit of things regarding the pandas, because in the data analytics things, we are taking the lot for regarding the pandas, because that is the one of the library which helps to learn more in the data analytics part. So all the data analytics in the NumPy, Matplotlib, Seaborn, statistics, all will use in one of the we can say the library, sometimes okay, a tool we can say that is the Jupyter Notebook. So this is the small slice cells that I'm just showcase here to how the use a particular pandas in a Jupyter Notebook and how to run it. So today I just covering this slice, just taking the just one by one slicing. I'm actually the slide I'm going to cover. But tomorrow I'll give you some overview regarding overview. It means I'll just give you some practical overviews, because here I'm giving overview and tomorrow I'll give you the practical overviews, how the practical things will perform in the using the Jupyter Notebook. And I can give you some other kind of the Jupyter Notebook which helps to share the information to one to each other. Just minutes of time, you can set it and you can share the notebooks. I can also share with you guys. And yeah, this is how the reading the data will be performing the pandas. So if you have any kind of the data in the CSV format, because we are more prefer to work in the ML in data analytics and all kind of, we are using the CSV files. The CSV file is a comma separated files. Is actually the size is not grown if you have a lot of the data. If you have an Excel sheet, the size will be more. So people try to use on the CSV file. They read a CSV file by using the libraries of the Pythons, that is the pandas. We read the data. Once we read the data will come into the memories. We perform all these things. So there are there are other kind of, like if you have a data in the different kind of format, like XLS we have a format, DTA kind of format, SAS you have a format, H5 that is the one of the because some of the models in the machine learning they have in H5 format. They can also read the data in using the pandas. And after that, yeah, once we read the data in the pandas, we can also check the how many records in there. So we try to do some heads up. We have a head and tail options to exploring the data, exploring some chunks of the data, not entire the data. Yeah. So that time we have use the head. And there I'll also cover some exercise and just give us some hands-on exercise over there. Try to read some of the first 10, 20, and 50 records and guess how to view the last few records. So yeah, this is a small kind of exercise, but yeah, this thing we are going to cover tomorrow. And there are types of the Pythons, pandas, because pandas in the two things very, because pandas basically we do in the series and the data frame, and third is the panel. Panel is kind of the three-dimension things. So basically we are referring in the tabular data format, that is the data frames. So more in work in the pandas in the data frame. Series is like one-dimension arrays, just array kind of format. So this is the different kind of data type which handle in the pandas. And later we are going to how they find out the data types. That is what is the attributes we can use. We can use those things. I'll just show here. And some of the attributes, there is how the data, what are the columns in there in the data frame if you want to get it. So use some different types of attributes, column, axis, dimension, size, shape, value, and other kind of those are thing also. There are a few of exercise we also going to cover. And some of the methods, someone said like, sir, can you enlist some of the method in NumPy? Definitely, yeah. I'll share with you some of the informations. And here also some of the exercise. Yeah. And after that, because data is data in the Python, there is a lot of the built-in methods. So there is one more important method is a grouping by. Grouping by actually aggregation function kind of. We have a data. We are just summarize the data for the different grouping wise. Like we have a weather data, suppose if you want to date wise, if you find out the how the and the particular city wise, if you want to summarize. So this kind of thing, if you want to perform, so yeah, definitely that is a group by function which help you. And so this because sometimes what we need is if you have a data in the grouping by, so you want to perform some statistic operation, median mode kind of. So yeah, definitely you want to perform it by using these group by functions and the statically functions. And that is the other things for the group by methods. And yeah, this is very important things about the filtering. Yeah, Because yeah, we know actually, because might be you heard about this, my salary is this, there are entire company salary is this. How can find out the particular salary in the maximum salary, minimum salary, and some filter of the grade A salary, in the grade B salary, those kind of filtrations we do in the SQL. Those all kind of operation you can perform in the pandas. Pandas is very easily you can handle, and very smoothly you can give the results. So yeah, that time we have used the filter. Slicing kind of just slice the data, because we have a data, we have a row and column forms. So if you want to search number of range of records you want to, you use the slicing functions. And the slicing more here, like how we can use, we can use by this way, we can use by this way, different kind we have used. And then if you want to select some of the rows, yeah, definitely you can use selecting row operations and by using the slicing functions. So you're going to cover up. And some of the method is some of the important method in the Python, like sorry, pandas in like lock, ilock. So we are going to cover each and everything. What is the differences in lock and ilock, and when we use the lock, when we use the ilock. So those are the methods. We are basically we already teach, already taught the people's whatever those peoples are involved. So we think also going to cover ilock is there. So what is the use? What are the things? All the things we are going to cover. And this is kind of summary. This is not more actually. And yeah, basically we know the sorting, because we have a data, we want to sorting on the different ways, like how they column wise and date wise, this wise, that wise. So yeah, definitely we can perform the all types of sorting, ascending, descending, and all the different wise, like column wise, you can perform it. And here we have use, and this is the one of the important concept about the machine value handling. So missing value handling, there are core concept. You can, if you wanted to, if you know, like if you want to work in data analysis, definitely there are a lot of, because we have a data. Suppose we have a data. Someone said the data. Yeah, this is the data. So a raw data, the raw data is actually is not helpful to analyze the informations. You not perform the lot of the other kind of machine learning operations. So that time the machine value is very helpful. I also going to cover, and there are some different kind of method enlisted over here. And yeah, there are some points. I'm going a bit of faster because our time to going to most of time, because we have already set the 4 to 5 sessions. So some aggregation functions are already there, and there are different kinds of methods and aggregation function, basic, and the basic the things of descriptive statistics. But I said that the statistic have two more important things: the descriptive or inferential. So descriptive, we are going to cover mean, median, mode, minimum, max, standard deviations, skewness, pertinence, and the quartile, and all kind of statistics we are going to cover in the data analytics part. And the some of the part like graphics, so we can use and refer to the matplotlib. Yeah, definitely we can matplotlib help a lot. So the last operation would be because we are going to cover each and everything. So just 5 minutes, guys. Just 5 minutes. We have covered all the points. We are start with the Q&A sessions, because many guys, like they raise your hand. They have some lot of the Q&As. So definitely within just 2 minutes we can start the Q&A sessions. So basically, because what we are going to cover in like a stats model may, because in the machine learning, someone interested to learn data analytics plus machine learning. So in a machine learning, we are going to cover the supervised, unsupervised, and ensemble learning, and plus the data preparation, entire part of that. So if you have a NOI test, hypothesis testings, and the quartile and the range, normal distribution, Gaussian distributions, and other types of distributions, and J score and the T score, and the population samples, population meals, all kind of statistics we are going to cover. And definitely once you landed into the machine learning, so we'll start with the history of the machine learning, and then after data processing, and then after we can start with the feature engineering, feature selections, skewness of the data, imbalance of the data, and different kind of missing handling data we have a handle, and feature selections, and how the feature will get it, and different kinds of categorical, numerical value. Those are things. Then after we can definitely, we are going to cover what type of algorithm we have used in the machine learning. Yes, one of the best is the regressions, decision trees, random forests, SVM, and we can say the K nearest neighbor. That is the we are going to cover. We also share this 5 to 6 projects to end-to-end implementations, and we'll share it into the GitHub Hub. You can share to the during the ML projects. You share all those projects. You actually build your applications. You build your own applications, and definitely you can share those application on your resume to showcase your in front of interviews. Yeah, I have done this thing. I have taken a course and I have covered each and every point. So all those things we are going to cover. Then after that, yeah, the time will come to start the CNA session. Yeah, this is the end of the slides. Thank you so much. So all the people who attending me and listen me regarding the data analysis and ML sessions. So yeah, feel free to reach out me on the CNC Python class at gmail.com. This is the email ID. So reach out me if you have any questions, if you want to ask, if you have any type of query regarding the data analysis, regarding the any kind of informations, any kind of your future, somewhat very concerned about the future things. Definitely, people can reach me out. They mail me. I can respond to you. Either they can reach out to our sir and Prashant and Sanjay sir. Then definitely I can. We will help you to guide you for your career guidance and your for the future endeavors. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, so let's start the Q&A sessions. So yeah, you can start one by one. Whomever have a questions, you can just unmute it and ask me a questions one by one. I can tell you. Yeah, the Manik is asking me, what about the tomorrow session timings? Yeah, tomorrow session timing, we are just going to conduct more in the machine learning. The session would be shorter, not going to, the PPT would be shorter. I'll tell you, I'll share you some my Jupyter notebook and some hands-on practices over there. So yeah, the session will be on 10 to 11, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. There are 1 hour sessions. Basically focus on the Power BI and the ML kind of, which we are going not cover a lot here, because if I'm going everything that is that takes a lot actually. And other one is like, what is the difference between data science and data analytics? Definitely, yes. Because data science is actually the combination of the libraries tools, because data analytics, just like Python, if you know, Power BI, you know, Matplot, Pandas, Matplot, and the NumPy, you know, that is only the things basically for the data visualization, data readings, and base concept your Python. That is only the things which is required for the data analytics. And just guys, I'll taking the one by one because there are a lot of the things. And the data science, we can say there is the combination of the things which is required, like whole ML is required to know the data science, statistics, visualizations, Hadoop kind of things, SQL, and you can say Pythons and Python web applications, and the deployment, how we deployment we performs, and some kind of research. That all those part comes under the data science. So try to understand the data science is combination of the things, not only the such a part of that. The data analytics basically the thing Python you have to cover some basics of the, and the Python, Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, Seaborn, statistics, and Power BI. That is the only core concept about the data analytics. Yeah, I'm taking the another session. Should take whole day, sure, because Sunday, because whole day that is not possible. It's a demo things. Because demo is, if you are taking longer, so I understood everyone getting bored actually. They are like, they think over it, sir. Because session is going, something is 2 hours, 3 hours. That kind of very the people not constant listening actually. They want to something. They want to speak something. They cannot be stopped. They cannot be other stand and just listen it. Okay, sir is saying something. Sir is saying. That is the, if you are session is more than kind of 1.5 hours, 2 hours, I feel that is going to be bored and some of time. So if I take the small of the sessions, you have doubt, you reach me out, ask the Sanjay sir. I'll actually, yeah, if you want to the separate demos, So I can take it as separate demos, but entire day bit of difficult. Another Lakshmikant is asked me which use in ML, use in ML, which use in ML. देखो, see, if you want to use, if you are interested to, first of all, you have to set your career on what type of things you want to choose. आपको क्या पसंद है? You want to interested in the web applications. आपको डेटा बिजनेस इंटेलिजेंस पे जाने का है, डेटा एनालिटिक्स पे जाने का है, आपको उस पर करियर बनाने का, तो डेफिनेटली यू कैन गो फॉर द डेटा एनालिटिक्स. आपको मशीन लर्निंग पढ़ने का है, आपको बहुत नए चीजों को इन्वेंट करने का है, कुछ नया करने का है, तो आई कैन definitely I can refer to you guys learn Python, learn ML. There is a huge, and the huge actually not even the ML. There are other part of I can take one of the days session entire for the deep learning. I'll cover a lot of the things in the deep learning and the computer vision. Yeah. And when the data science course or class, yeah, regarding the class and courses, so yes, definitely you can reach out with the Sanjay sir. He's the person who can help you when we can start, and because based on the number of people we can start, because some other lady classes is going on. Definitely there one of the classes is regarding the ML is going, and other is the data analytics also is going. So yeah, other classes we had to just because we are just in the coming weeks we are going to start. So yeah, yes, for the related to the course and related to your class when we start a class, so definitely you can reach out with Sanjay sir. I'll share with you a number on the Sanjay sir already, so you can reach out and ask me some other people's other questions from Kunal. Kunal is asking me Pune मध्ये आहे का class? Sorry, try to make it write a sentence in or English or a Hindi. I'm so sorry about Marathi, a bit of Marathi I know, but yes, I understand. मध्ये आहे का class? It means there is no such there is no, because I don't have much experience about this, because Sanjay sir will answer you this particular questions. Pune is definitely there is a class, because answer you already added on a class, so maybe he would answer you, and definitely you can connect with the Sanjay sir. He will guide you about the Pune classes and all. But yeah, one thing I'll tell you here, because once you're online, because online might be there are some of the student understand कि सर online पे तो अपन कितना कवर करेंगे, कैसे होता है वहां पे ऑफलाइन जैसा अपन, आई कैन नॉट आस्क यू सच अ क्वेश्चंस, but totally try to understand the best in my point of view, because what I think actually, because ऑनलाइन में ऐसा नहीं कि आप फ्रंट टू फ्रंट देखते हो तभी आपको समझता है, ऐसा नहीं होता. आप यू कैन आस्क द क्वेश्चंस, बिकॉज आपको हर एक क्लासेस का वीडियो मिलता है, आपको उसका नोटबुक मिलता है, आपको उसका असाइनमेंट मिलता है, और आप फ्री टू आस्क एनी टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस ड्यूरिंग अ क्लास, नो प्रॉब्लम. आप सब कुछ कर सकते हो, ईच एंड एवरीथिंग यू आर, बस आपके घर थोड़ा सा इंटरनेट होना चाहिए, आप उससे सब कुछ कर सकते हो. तो because pandemic is already going on, many other people want to grow on a career, but they are stuck, actually they're stuck to make a future in this particular field. Yeah, definitely you can reach out, you can join our classes. We are give something like that, just like on offline classes. Don't differentiate offline and online. We are just going to cover each and everything, and we guide you, career guidance and mock test. We are also each and everything we are going to take. So don't worry about it कि offline हो रहा है और online हो रहा है, तो what are the difficulties? We are going to cover each one. And the Neeta asked me, what is the better career in Java or Python? Yes, Neeta, I can tell you that Python is a boom in the market. The Java is not, I'm saying is very, but the thing is, the Java, you can take the Python, because Python is more undemanding. Because you are free to choose what you want to do in the future, what you want to do in a career in the future. You want to work in some kind of web application, so definitely you can choose Python. Python is there everything, just like a Java, because Java if you want to do, so there is desktop application, web applications, but there is very less of the library for the machine learning. So if you are interested in machine learning kind of data analytics, so I'll recommend to you basically choose a language is Python. easy to handle, easy to access, easy to read, and definitely you can easily track your interviews, track your interviews. Yeah, and Sanjay sir message, put a message to everyone.